Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 123. That's an easy number to remember. Of Wool is the Answer. I'm Marie.
I'm Dominique.
And if you hadn't realised, it is Friday, the 3rd of June, and it is the Platinum Jubilee weekend that's extended for heaven knows how many days. Hello.
Hello.
I was panicking then because I thought Dominique had forgotten. She couldn't get logged on.
Zoom had just restarted it. Well, I've made an effort. Marie printed me some bunting, so I've got some bunting. I've gone red, white and blue, and
I've gone Pims with my strawberries.
Well,
cheers.
I've got strawberries that were in the garden an hour ago and rhubarb ice cream with rhubarb that was in the garden a day ago. How more British can you get?
Exactly. Happy Jubilee.
And I've just gone for a shandy. A shandy, and not even a real shandy, like a shandy that you would get from the chip shop.
You mean a children's shandy from out of a can?
And not a non-alcoholic shandy.
Hello, everybody. What, do you like my t-shirt?
Very nice.
It's a digital download off Etsy. I quite liked it, and a £3 t-shirt off Amazon. You know, just because you can't beat a £3 t-shirt, can you, from Amazon? So this was from Guest Office on Etsy. It hasn't ironed on the best, you know, but I think the paper I've got's fairly cheap. But I was lucky to have some. I thought, I can't remember having any transfer, but I found some in all my filing.
Oh, we've definitely done t-shirt transfers in the past. So
yes, I like a t-shirt transfer. Hello, Anita. So I've even got my red, white and blue flowers, look.
I've got...
Oh, you've got pink roses.
Peonies.
Oh, peonies.
Peonies from the garden.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, I've gone all out.
You have. You've gone very English country garden. You've gone, haven't you? English.
This is as Jubilee as I get. I mean, I didn't watch any of it yesterday. I watched 10 minutes of the fly past yesterday. That was enough for me. And I've just watched a Spitfire fly over here. So
I watched it all yesterday, and then I watched the beacon lighting as well. That was quite good. I watched that as well.
I got bored.
I've recorded, because I've been out at Cleethorpes this morning. I was there early. We went for a walk. So I've recorded the church service. So I shall be watching that after this is finished. Yeah.
I've not seen any of it.
I like watching and seeing what everybody's wearing. I've just got to say the bunting is printed from the Purple Pumpkin blog and another one, which I can't remember. Was it printed on the bottom of that sheet I gave you?
Oh, well, if it was, that's now in the compost bin.
Well, there was loads. It was all free because, as usual, I'd left things till the last minute. And I thought, and I did have loads of bunting in the loft, Union Jack bunting. Somebody who lives in this house.
Union flag.
The Union flag. That is not me, has binned it. So I wasn't very happy. And, of course, then I couldn't get hold of any. So...
Purple
what? The Purple Pumpkin blog. So I just went online and found free printables. So that's what I've decorated my windows at home with. So I was not happy. Anyway, cheers to my Pims. This is my first Pims of the year.
Oh, I've not had one. I'm saving mine for the retreat.
Well, that's not long. How many days is that now, Dominique?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought you were going to whiz me with some figures.
No, it's 4 weeks tomorrow.
4 weeks tomorrow. It will be because it's 5 weeks till my holiday.
It is. It's 4 weeks tomorrow. Yeah. So 4 times 7 is 28. Add 1 is 29. But you don't the day, and you don't the day that you're there. So really, it's 27 days.
Oh well, loads of time. Loads of time. While I was in Cleethorpes today, I couldn't resist this. Do you like it?
Oh, it's a cupcake.
It's It's a bath bomb cupcake for the Queen's Jubilee. How cute is that? This really nice, cute shop I found. When we walk in, we always walk the opposite direction to where the fun, the fun fair, all that lot is. We go in the opposite direction up towards the Fitties.
To the green line.
Yeah, up that way, up the other way. And there's a row of tiny little shops. Yeah, that's the way, that way. So there was a row of little shops that are all crafty places. No, it's up by the event centre.
Oh.
And there was this soap, and what the heck's it called? I have written it down somewhere. It's on the back of here because I bought a few. It's called the Soap Shack in Cleethorpes. Oh my lord, there was a little fabric shop that wasn't opened. Really nice silver jewellery, a pot painting place. Really nice stuff, and you wouldn't know it was there. It's next to the little railway, the proper steam railway. It's next to the pub there on the opposite, across the road on the same side. But yeah, so if you're in Cleethorpes, go and check that out. Look at it. I might have to have me one bath of the year because I don't really do baths. I like showers. Smells lovely. Smells geranium-y. And then of course I then bought myself some more. So I got some soap, geranium, rosemary and birdwatch, and then I got some rose soap for my face.
Very nice.
It was really good prices as well. And she does workshops.
Oh, what, on the premises?
Yeah. Loads of free parking at the back for customers. Worth knowing about. Really nice shops. It was Mr. Hammond that spotted it. So well done, Mr. Hammond, for spotting it. So yeah, I'll have me one bath of the year probably and use that. I could save it for the big, huge bath at...
You can. You never have one.
No, because I don't like baths.
And I like baths. And last time I had about a 15-minute bath in the whole weekend. That was the only time I got in it.
I always think, I'll fancy a bath. I get in it and go, I don't like a bath. I like a shower. I always feel dirty after a bath. I know that sounds ridiculous. I don't like baths. I like a shower. But I might just have to put it in because it looked pretty. I better not do it at the Hemswell because it might make the bath go pink.
Well, they do wash.
Yeah, no, but it's not fair for somebody else to clean up after mine.
No, there's a shower head. You can just rinse it.
I know, but I've seen some of the ones Grace has had from blooming Lush where it turns the bath luminous and then it takes about 3 tons of bleach to get rid of it.
Oh, and that can't be good, can it? If it does the bath, what does it do to
They are big baths. I've got a big bath at home, but as I say, I rarely like using a bath. David's the bath person in this house. Oh, Claire. Oh, I'm pleased you've got rhubarb and raspberry gin. It's the same colour. Just stick a few strawberries in it. You can pretend it's pink. Anyway, we're waffling, or I am anyway. It was so cool.
It's not the weather for Pims at the minute.
Well, we turned up at Cleethorpes this morning. We must have got there about 9:30, so it was fairly quiet. And it was absolutely freezing. And I had a T-shirt and a coat on. I was absolutely nithered. So I had to nip into the town and buy myself, look at that, she's eating more, buy myself a sweatshirt. But then by the time we'd walked to the other end, the sun had come out and it was starting to get a little bit warmer. And then it rained on the way back. Has it rained with you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not long, just enough to think, well, I've got things out drying. Well, I'm just going to leave them. So it wasn't enough to get them really wet. It was just enough to make you think.
Right, shall we get on with some knitting rather than talking about... That is a very big glass, Dominique.
It's a gin glass. I don't drink gin. You won't be able to see yet. It's a Lake District Distillery glass.
Nice.
So,
shall we talk knitting then? Shall we talk knitting?
See some knitting.
What do you want to see? Do you want to see a finished object?
Yes, please. Let's see a finished object.
Right, well, seeing as though it's Jubilee, I will show the Slubbly Jubilee, which we always have to credit Stuart for. Stuart named this, didn't he, when we were showing it? We were trying to work out names.
Yes.
So I finished the Ellie Sock set shawl in the Slubbly Jubilee. Just excuse me. I love how it's knitted up, the Slubbly. It's really pretty. And
it probably needs to be Oh, maybe not. It looks nice, like it's just garter stitch, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just garter stitch. And you can see the bobbles on the other side.
Yeah.
Really pretty. So I
Was
did
it easy to knit with?
Had it easy to knit with, yeah. Yeah, it was nice. It's lovely jubilee with petrol as the mini. Now I was amazed at how big it is, but you do knit it on bigger needles. I can't remember what size. I think it might even be 375s or 4.5s. I mean, there's a big difference between those, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But she's in Turkey.
Yeah, if you look on the pattern, it tells you. If you look at the thing, but yeah, it is really big, so it's got a really nice.
And did you use all of the? Well, you didn't use a mini.
I used nearly all of the Slubbly Jubilee.
But I wonder how much of the mini you would use. I'm guessing you would use nearly all of it. So it's 120 grams, isn't it?
So I really like the shape of it in the lozenge section of it. Yeah, really happy with that. So that's Slubbly Jubilee knit, and it just goes to show you what the slub looks like knit up there.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm pleased with the colours. I wasn't sure what colour to put with it.
I think that's petrol yak, isn't it? But the normal petrol would still look nice.
No, it's normal petrol.
Oh,
it's a very dark. I thought it was, but it's not. It's a very dark petrol. I thought it was originally, but when I've been knitting with it, it is.
Every time you've shown it, we've said it's petrol yak.
I know, but it was only when I got it, when I finished it, and I thought, oh, I'll wind that up again. And it's actually not. It's just a very dark petrol.
Yeah. It looks nice as a contrast with the Slubbly.
Yeah. Like I say, I wasn't sure what colour to put with it at all, but yeah, it looks good. I'm pleased with that. So I'll take that to Woolmonty. Then people can see what it looks like knitted up. Yeah. So, hello everybody.
Yeah, it is a good, Caroline got you onto that pattern. It's a good sock set pattern. If you've got 100 grams and a 20 gram mini and you don't particularly want to do socks, it's a nice one to do.
Is it yellow ribbon arts or something? I think it is the pattern. Dominique, you'll put the link on.
I'll find the link. Yeah,
we've got a couple of ones that you can use for sock sets.
Yeah,
they are paid patterns.
Yeah, it is called the Ellie Sock Set Shawl, isn't it? So yeah,
that's exactly what it's called.
Yes. Right. Do you want to see a finished object?
Yes, please.
Uh-oh. Well, finished object, but ends not woven in.
Oh, Dominique. They look lovely.
They are, I mean, they have been on the needles for such a long time. I had to make a bit of a concerted effort to finally get them finished. But
nice.
That is Peony, that was originally the Scrabble sock set, and the Pale Scarlet.
That looks really nice.
It wasn't a pattern. I just did a toe-up sock, but I did a heel flap and gusset.
Did you get them finished in May?
Yeah, these were finished. I know I've not done my finished in May. I need to take some pictures, but they were finished. I cast them off.
Were you on holiday when you casted them off?
No, I think I cast them off when I came back. And they were definitely cast off before. I think they were cast off on Sunday, actually, on the 29th. And then they've just been blocked, and I just need to weave the ends in.
You look very nice.
So I'm really
with the pink. It does look nice, doesn't it, with the pink?
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely would never have I would not have put pink together for me, but I really like them.
Yeah,
they look really nice. So that is Peony. It's just I've just cast on.
How many stitches do you cast on?
4.
Yeah, I do.
And then I'll see if I can find. I don't know. I must have printed it out, but it was a free heel flap gusset pattern for a toe-up sock.
Right.
Because I normally always do short row heels. It was a slip. I don't think you can see, but it was a slip stitch heel.
So similar to what Winnick Mum's free pattern is. Hers is a slip stitch heel, isn't it?
It is, but hers is
Top down.
So trying to find a toe up one
Yeah.
that was short rows, just to do something different. I mean, these have taken me. There must be in this book. They've taken me. They've been on the needles for too long, but they're off now.
Yeah, you've got them finished now.
I started them on the 3rd of March and cast them off on the 29th of May. That's almost 3 months, but they did just get chucked in the corner somewhere. So, I mean, I have knit quite a few things in the meantime. I just got bored, I think, of doing them. So
you can work out when you did them.
And yeah, so socks done. Not got any socks on the needles yet. I don't have to have a break from socks because they took so long, but we'll see.
Oh, you need to do some of these. These are finally got the pair finished. Not in time for May. I finished it on the 1st of June. So they're my little shorty socks using the Laughing Yaffle bluebells and some undyed. So they're my little trainer socks. So
the undyed is really nice with them, actually.
I'm really happy with that, and I wanted it so that with my trainers that are white, you don't necessarily notice them too much. Yeah. But yeah, again, like Dominique, I used the Fish Kiss lips heel. And I think I did 7 rows of rib and then went straight into the heel and then just did them the length I wanted. But like I said last time, I think I should have maybe just done another couple of rows of the cream in stocking stitch before I started the heel. They're all right, but they could have probably done. I think the next one I might even try, the Rose City Rollers socks, where they just roll over, where it is literally just garter stitch. Stocking stitch. I might try those and see what that effect looks like. But they're really comfy.
How deep is that little bit of cuff?
I think I don't know. I have no idea. I've got the pattern. I think it's a free pattern if I remember rightly. I have got the pattern.
I thought it was a paid. I can't remember.
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just did them to fit my feet. Obviously, the Fish Kiss lips heel is a paid pattern, but it's only $1. So
yes,
I use that all the time for my heels because it just fits my heel better. But I'm pleased I didn't match them because life's a bit too short to match socks. But I mean, crikey me, you're never going to notice that they're not matching, are you?
No, definitely not. And because the shorties, you're going to be because the shorties are going to be in your trainers, you're not going to see anyway. Non-identical
twins.
And it means that you're using all your yarn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I've got loads more of that yarn to use. So I shall just keep making myself some little socks. I'm going to have a bash at the ones with the Ducky Darlings. The
sock tube.
Sock tube. I'm going to have a go at that as well. I have sort of been a bit busy with knitting, doing bits and pieces. Do you want to show some more, or do you want me to? What have you got?
I've got another
Pins. I'll be piddled by the end of this. Oh, my paper straw's going a bit soggy. That's the only problem with paper straws, isn't it? Oh dear.
I've got another finished, and it was finished in May as well.
Oh yes, I've seen this in real life. It looks amazing.
It is finished.
Huge, isn't it?
It is. I gave it quite a good blocking because I did want it as long as I could get it. I went longer rather than widthways.
You must be pleased with it. It's beautiful.
That is it folded in half.
The colours are so you.
Well, I mean, they were all. Sherry's just said the Rose roller pattern is now paid, but used to be free. They were all single skeins that I just bought because I liked them and they were pretty. So we do all gravitate to the same colours, but what it does mean is you can put them all together and from different dyers.
It looks really nice. I do like. What's the one colour that you put with it to go through all of it?
That was just a
coordinate. That's the word I was looking for.
Let me find. I mean, I cast it on the 29th of August last year while I was on holiday. It was a I didn't write that one down, but it's a drops flora. It was just a drops flora in the grey to put it in, and then there were from Under the Olive Tree, Botanical Yarns, Pixie Yarns, Rosies Moments, and another Under the Olive Tree. So they were all different dyers.
Nice.
Singles. They're all 4-ply. Some are singles.
They go together really well.
But I'm really pleased. So this is the Kuschelig, or however you want to pronounce it, by Christin Kimsey on Ravel. I got it from Ravelry. I really like it because I like a scarf.
Yeah.
I like a scarf more than a shawl I would wear. I mean, it's a bit warm today, but I mean, and it is still like touching my...
I know you put that on. You look like you're strangling yourself. Come on, lady, dress yourself. Come on.
Get wrapped up. You know, you can really get yourself wrapped up in here.
That does look really nice, I've got to say.
So
perfect for a bank robbery as well.
It is, yeah. Other than the fact it seems to take forever. I did 5 colours, so you can either do 24 or 25. I'm not quite sure how you would finish with 25 because she's done it as advent colours.
Ah, right, I'm with you.
Or maybe you just do, I don't know. But because I'd got 5, I did 25. So each colour is in there 5 times.
Right.
And I've not weighed this one. I should have weighed it. But I have still got quite a lot left of each.
Oh my Lord, you have, yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
that's about 500 grams altogether. So,
yeah.
Well, I suppose if there should have been 20
grams.
Were they 10 or 20 grams? No, there must have been 10 grams because that's 240 grams.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it can't be, it's not 480 grams,
no,
is it?
You haven't used that many grams. Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, thinking on our feety, can you tell? Thinking, maths on the go.
Well, he did it, but it must be 24 10-gram minis to do it in an advent. Yeah. So it's a really nice pattern. I would really recommend it. The pattern doesn't do the contrast, but on the Ravelry projects page, I'd seen someone had put the contrast, and I just thought
I like it with the contrast. I think it just gives a bit more definition, doesn't it?
Just sets them off. You just have to do a bit of thinking because of how it's joined, but once you get into it,
so the pattern isn't done like that. Then it's just picked up and
yeah, you just do each section, but you just. So you I can't remember, it's a paid for pattern, but I can't remember. Say you pick up 80 stitches and then you knit your panel until you've got 60 stitches. Well, I knit until I'd got 61 stitches because then I needed to do the last row of the pattern in the grey, right, and then the first row of the next one. Because you knit one and then pick some up and knit the other way. So
Sally says 20 grams. Have you not done it as big?
Oh no, I've definitely done it. There's definitely 25. I don't know how many times I kept counting it, hoping that it would have knit itself overnight. Well,
I like that.
Oh, well, they just can't be. You've obviously just not used all 20 grams in it. Well, I will weigh it later and let you know how, but I've got half of it ball left. So, yeah. But you could do it in scraps, you could do it in whatever you wanted. I think it's a really nice pattern if you like that shape. So, yeah, I kept picking it up and then it would get put down and then I didn't knit on it for months. And then when I was away, I thought, well, if I can do one, I was on about 14, the 14th one. I thought if I can do one a day while I was away,
yes,
I'm getting there. And as Sally will attest, my God, it takes forever to knit one, or it seems to. But once I'd got back into it, because for the first few, I forgot about leaving it a row early and I was tinking back. So once I got in, I just thought, right, head down and let's just power through to the end. So that's what I did. And it felt like powering through to the end. But I am really pleased. So done, blocked. I mean, it nearly, it's been on the needles for 8 months, but it's off the needles now.
You've got quite a lot of the needles recently then.
I have. So I would recommend it. I would recommend it for an Advent knit, but don't it's an Advent knit.
I am listening to you. I've just forgotten to write down the pattern name of something I'm going to show you next. So I'll just...
like I said, as Sally will tell you, she did it as an Advent knit last year, and that is a lot of knitting to do in December. So
it is a big shawl, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. So I would say, yes, do it as an Advent knit, but have in your mind, you're not going to knit one section a day because it will drive you potty. But it's worth doing. So
I was amazed when Sally had kept going with it, because Sally did our...
No, she didn't.
It wasn't in ours, was it?
No, it was in the bright rainbow. That was it something, Sally, who was it? Was it like something to do with unicorns? It was a yarn dyer that had done, it was like bright neons. It looked stunning, but yeah, do it, but take your time over it is what I would say.
But it does look pretty. It looks really nice. I mean, I'm trying to find it here.
I am pleased that it is off the needles, but that was a lot of knitting in the last week to 10 days while I was away. Fortunately, the weather wasn't brilliant, so I had quite a bit of knitting time. So the discreet, I knew it was something to do with unicorns, the discreet unicorn. Thank you.
That's it, discreet unicorn. I mean, this is really annoying. Oh, there it is, found it.
Yeah, but so that is a big project off the needles. I'm really pleased with that because that has been in that bag that I've now got a lot of yarn left over. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but let's see.
Good. Well, sorry, I was listening to you, but I was trying to find this pattern because I'd forgotten to write it down. So, right, this is my square for May.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so of course it had to be for May. It had to be May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
So I had to do a Star Wars theme. And I was just going to cop out and just do like this, which I thought looked like Space Invaders. And then I was sat in the car going down to Cornwall and I thought, no, do you know what? I'm actually going to put the Stormtrooper's head on it.
Very good.
So I finished that. So this bit I made up. This bit's mosaic knitting that I just made up. And then I used a pattern from Knitting and Com, which I found on Pinterest.
Knitting and what?
Knittingand.com. That's what it's called. Their website. Oh. Knitting-and.com. That's the website.
Wow.
Yeah, there. That's there.
No, got it. Wow.
So I found it there. So I just used that and knitted it while I was sat as a passenger in the car seat. Yeah. So I thought I did me nod to Star Wars. It had to be for me, really.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars.
Yeah, not for me. Well, I have not finished May's teapot. I didn't cast it on until the weekend. I knew exactly what I was doing, but I mean, I should have powered through because it's the first month I've not got my teapot, my tea cozy done, but I'd got that Kuschelig. I was just determined that was like, if I put that down to do the tea cozy, I thought I'm not going to pick it up again. So I will get the tea cozy done in the next few days, but it's not here yet. So, and I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to kill myself to get it done. I need to get other bits done first. So
I literally had forgotten about it, and it was only when I was heading, I thought I need to start something, because if I don't do it, and that's why I thought, oh, I'll just do this quick, simple mosaic knitting. I don't have to think about it. And then because it took quite a while to get there, obviously, I thought, oh, I may as well do this. Hello.
You snapped the screw fix.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just thought, no, I'm not. While I was on a roll with that, I just needed to power on with it. So I decided I was going to get that finished for May, the end of May. So it was head down and let's get on with it. So
what have you got there then?
What else have I got? So the other thing, and I think this is where some of my leftovers are going to go. This was the other thing I thought while I was away, I'm going to do a triangle a day.
Oh,
which
yes.
I did. So, I mean, but it hasn't grown anywhere near as much as it had because I've taken 6 out at different times.
Why?
So, well, first of all, thank you very much. And I can't remember the name of the person who messaged me on Instagram on Tuesday night.
Is that when you were watching the tennis?
I'd gone to bed to knit this while I was watching the tennis, and then fairly quickly there was a message on Instagram popped up from someone saying, you've only got 5, there should be 6. You've only got 5 triangles in that one, which is why it's bunching up a bit.
Ah.
And I was so mad because I'd done...
Look at the image. Go on, keep talking.
I'd done that twice while I was away. So I've been so conscious of counting them. But when I looked, when the lady said you've only got 5, not only had I got 5 in the one next to it, I'd got 7. So
I mean, I'm counting that 1, 2, 4. Yes, I see the one that's got 5 in. Yeah.
I mean, thank you very much for picking up, but she didn't pick up that there were 7 next to it. But I counted them because I'd had to take 3 out while I was away. I thought I'd been so careful. So this could have been double the size of this, but I am just going to keep putting it in. So I've put that one's one of the Triangulum, one of the Kuschelig ones.
At least you've seen it now, though, not neither. You know what I mean? Not at the end. I mean, you just.
Well, when I saw it was just 5, I thought, oh, I'm just going to leave it. And then because there was the 7 next to it, I thought, oh, I can't. So, I mean, you can see there, I just took one out and I've just sewn them 2 together because it was the easiest way of doing it. So I've just started to put some of them 5 from the Kuschelig in here. So that's where they're going to go. But yeah, it should be 6. I've knit 6 more triangles, but they've come out. So, but again, on holiday, I thought I'm just going to do 1 a day. And it takes about an hour. And now I'm back and there's other things I want to knit. It might not get knit on, but I am enjoying it. It is a really nice pattern.
Good.
5. I was just thinking, there's 1 more to go in there. She does say you can either like knit it in stripes or in like hexagons. Well, maybe that's why I keep going wrong. I'm just picking them up and putting them in where I fancy. But at the minute, it's a really easy portable project. So,
yeah, well, it's just something you can just keep there and, like you said, just dip in when you're bored of something else, isn't it? That's why I can't just have 1 project on the go because I get too bored.
That's it. So it's a really nice pattern. And thank you to whoever it was, I can't remember now, who said you've only got 5 in there, because I realised I'd got 7 somewhere else. So I'm guessing what I've done is gone to put the 6th one in.
And gone the other way.
To each other, and I've put it the wrong side. Yeah. I've just put the wrong side of a triangle. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I just need to move the 5 well, not even remnants, there's loads of them, unless I'm going to do something else with them into there so they can because they're all scraps in here, and they're definitely not. You know, they're all little.
Yeah.
There's much of them. Maybe I don't know what I'll do with them, but they can go in there. So. Yes, so that is, and I noticed Ellie from Craft House Magic, her podcast goes up on a Thursday night, and I watched that last night, and she was showing her triangulum, but she's knitting it a hell of a lot quicker than me, and it's either the second or third one she's knit. So the pattern, is it 4-ply or double knit? So whatever scraps you've got or whatever you fancy doing it in, it's in both.
Oh, nice. I mean, that might be a project I might do in a long time. And use it, you know how I did my blanket that I really like, my lap blanket that I made out of my.
Yes.
Not the last year's advent calendar, the one before.
Yes.
I might do one again with like my odds and ends with a undyed to make it a double knit, if you can do it in double knit.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But that might be a project that, because of course I don't have many things on at the minute.
I know. Well, in hindsight, I probably should have done the double knit version, but held it all double. But I've started now, so.
You've started, so you'll finish.
Yes, well, it might get turned into.
While you were just talking about, like, and my brain's all over the place, countdowns of when the retreat is, which I can't believe is. But thank you for everybody who's sorted out your final invoices. There's a couple of people who still haven't sent me the forms for your food thing. So if you're watching, just send me those, because we're going to go and see Sean on Sunday to get the menu sorted. 2 weeks. Today we'll be setting up at Woolmonty.
Yes, yeah, we will.
Yeah, that's in Sheffield. I'm looking forward to that show, because it was a nice show when we did it the first time, wasn't it?
It was.
Like we said, we weren't sure that very first time because it was a brand new show, wasn't it? But it turned out it was a really nice environment and a good show. And Iris Knitterish, who comes with us with the patterns, she's actually running a mosaic workshop on the Sunday. So I think that's still available to book if anybody wants to do a mosaic knitting course. There's quite a lot of courses on, isn't there, over the week?
Workshops throughout over the weekend, yeah. And
it looked really nice because they've set it up this time, and there's a big knit and natter seated area in the middle, which they didn't have last time, did they?
No, because they had Meet the Designers last time, didn't they?
I think there is still Meet the Designer area, but they've now got a knit and natter area in the middle.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and it's good because if you want to come on public transport, the train comes right into the arena on the opposite side of the road, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's a really good location. If you don't want to drive, you can get the train and just walk across the road.
It is in Sheffield Arena, so it is. You are, when you look up, you've got all your seating around you. It is odd, but
the train comes in at it's like the eating place for the arena, isn't it?
But just check the trains.
Yes, because there is striking.
They're striking, aren't they? Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't want to drive, although it's not bad driving because it's got a massive car park as well, hasn't it? Because obviously you can imagine it hosts all the big arenas. So
yeah, really big car park. Yeah, really nice. Very accessible.
Before I forget, while we're still talking all Jubilee things, because why not? Because it's the Jubilee. Might be the last one we ever seen, wasn't it? 70th Jubilee. Never going to see that again, are we, Dominique?
We're definitely not. We'll all definitely be dead by then.
How cheery. How cheery. Just showed these. I had to order them from Wendy of Crochet Creations. She had some left and I thought, I'm going to have to get some. So I got some for me and Dominique. Look, they are so cute.
They are. They really are.
I've got one hung on my front door in me flower wreath as well, you know, just because it's the Jubilee. It's so cute.
They are really nice.
Very little. Oh, now why didn't I do that? Why didn't I wear it on my little Dee boppers?
Put it on
a. Could have had it on a little thing there, couldn't I? My little crown. Or a pair of earrings.
I mean, I take it she's not. These are all gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, I was lucky to get them. I was like,
they are very nice.
I saw that her mum's been knitting the Queen as well, and she'd knitted the perfect colour that the Queen actually wore.
Yes, I saw that. She'd knitted her in that. Oh. She'd knitted her in that blue,
in the blue lilac-y colour. So, yeah. Right. Do you want to see something else? I've been getting on with me sewing. since I last showed you. So I've now started to add beads. Can you see?
Oh, yes.
I've been doing some little French knots and adding some beads and a few more beads there. And I've got me needle minder. I had to order one emergency. Can you remember? Because I was going away and I wanted one. So that was from Amazon. And it's Positivity Rules. But I might have accidentally ordered myself a Highland Cow one, which I really liked. But it was on a 4-week order.
Oh, dear.
But I might have accidentally ordered it. Because, you know, who wouldn't like a Highland Cow needle minder? So I'm slowly getting through that now that me beads arrived. But I'm just slightly dismayed because I went to get it out of my bag. Of course, it's in a nice little quick wrap room bag. And I bought all my beads. I bought some new beads. So they were all the same size and all different colours so that I would be able to get them because mine fell out of the cupboard ages ago and I just scooped them up. I've just got these out of my bag. And
they're all mushed them all up.
Look, they've obviously in the bag. I mean, why has it done that? It shouldn't do that. There shouldn't be a gap for them to be able to move. I mean, look, it's like one of them games now, isn't it? Look. I think if I do that, they'll all go back to where they should be.
Maybe not.
I mean, that's just not funny. They shouldn't do that in a box that's designed like that, should it? It shouldn't do it.
Well, does it say it's specifically for seed beads?
It came like that. It came in that. It came in that through the post like that. I've had it for a short period of time and that's happened to it.
Well, I would think the lid's not been on properly because if it's come all the way through the post.
It's not properly.
This is what you do to things.
It shouldn't have a gap that the beads are allowed to slide along, should it? Look, that's just not funny.
Did it come mixed up through the post? No.
What are you saying? Would anybody like to sort them all out into the appropriate colours for me? Goodness sake.
At least they are still in smallish things. You can at least see what's in there, can't you?
But they went all from proper colours to different colours and then look what's happened. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Anyway, it was only a matter of time, really, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
At least it didn't end up on the floor and up the Hoover, which is normally what happens because I give up trying to pick them up with a brush.
Oh, well.
But the reason I bought them was more because they were all the same size, because I did have a load. But they were all different sizes and different shapes, and I wanted them to be the same.
And they are flowers, so if you've got slightly different shades in a flower, that's what happens. You get different colour flowers.
Not the point. All the yellows, all the blues, everything was all nicely organised, all nicely. And Marie gets hold of it, and within a short space of time, it's all found of it.
But it has travelled all the way from wherever it's come in the post.
Yeah, but shut up. Moving on swiftly. What else have you got to show us, dear?
I've got one other thing to show you.
Oh right, I've got things piled up here. Go on. Oh, you finished it.
I have. It's still. This is what was out when it started to rain. I've got it out blocking.
Do you not want it on Mrs. Woody Woodington?
Well, I thought that, but I've blocked it. I mean, once it's dried, it will be absolutely fine. So
I love it.
Goodness sake. So it is my Mindless knits Mindless sweater.
Love it.
My absolute favourite Ducky Darlings Woodland. And then this I'd got for another project, but it just has gone perfectly with it.
Love it.
Is it's Wensleydale Longwool Sheep Shop.
It's the tweed, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the nep.
Claire, I am going to have another Pims and not worry about it. That's a damn fine idea.
Oh,
it's too short to sort out seed beads. That's all I'm going to say.
I've lost my.
You've lost your ball band. I mean, I've lost lots of things. Most of them are my mum.
I just can't get to it. I've written it down, fortunately. It's the it's the
Wensleydale Longwool Sheep Shop.
Sheep Shop net DK. It's not got a colour, it's just got a code. So I'll put that on there. But it is just absolutely, I love it.
If you'd gone to Cleethorpes this morning, you could have worn that and you'd have been nice and toasty.
Yes. Well,
that's really nice. I can't believe you finished it so quick.
Well, I know. I cast it on the 10th of May and I cast it off this morning. But I got so close. Well, I thought I'd got so close. I'd cast the body off yesterday shortly after knitting. I was knitting our knit and natter, and then I'd already got the woodland done. So I only got that bit of the sleeves to do, and I thought, that's not going to take me long. I'm going to get that done. Oh my God, I just sat for hours yesterday watching the cricket and knitting. And then I kept thinking, I'm so close. So I was knitting till midnight this morning. And then I woke up and then just kept on knitting. And I refused to get out of bed till I'd done it. So I was in bed till 10 o'clock this morning. But I was determined to get it off the needles. So this last week, I have just had a push to get everything off the needles. And it is nearly
good.
But I love it. So Hayley, thank you so much for dyeing that for me the day before Buxton. While we were setting up for Buxton, Hayley was dyeing that for me.
It looks so nice with that petrol colour.
Honestly, just the petrol, just the colours in it. It's perfect. Absolutely. I'm pleased I went for that and not the mustard, which I did the baby one in, which was the inspiration. That just looks, it just looks perfect. And because the nep has got slightly different through it, so it's off the needles. 24 days to knit a jumper, which for me is unheard of. I mean, it is double knit, so it has gone fairly quickly, but it was on 4mm needles. It wasn't like it was on giant needles.
Yes.
But I weighed it before I blocked it. It's 388 grams. And I had 200 grams of woodland. But I've still got 62 grams left.
Oh, wow.
Because I thought if I went any longer in the body, you were gonna change colour at the wrong point on your bust. And if I went any longer on the sleeves, I thought it was gonna look odd. So I've still got 62 grams left. So it was about 140 grams of the woodland. And so 240 grams. I used 5 balls of the Wensleydale Longwool. So now I just need to decide what I'm going to do. I might make some like double knit socks with them.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Excuse me, I can wear socks and my jumper.
Oh, that would be snuggly.
So it is, I've made it, I say I've made it longer than the pattern. I stopped looking at the pattern once I'd split for the sleeves because it's just knit. Yeah, so I just knit it as long as I wanted it, and I knit them quite long. And then the sleeves are quite long as well. So for 400 grams, it's a really nice pattern.
Yeah, looks really good.
Yeah, that wasn't quite finished in May, but it's definitely finished in June. So I just need something to do with 62 grams of double knit that are not fingerless mitts, because I've already done fingerless mitts in this colourway. So I think socks is going to be the best thing to do. Yeah. But I just love this colourway. So unfortunately, I think it's going to be cold over the weekend, so I might even get to wear it.
Yeah, probably. It's not going to be brilliant tomorrow, and Sunday's got to be absolutely chucking it down here.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
So thank you, everyone. I absolutely love it. And it all came from this little. So it just shows you can get inspiration from anywhere, can't you? So
yeah, exactly.
So that is socks, scarf, jumper, all off the needles in the last fortnight.
Oh, done.
So I'm ready for new things.
You've got things off the needles. I've got a few things off the needles, but I've got a few things that I've just started on the needles. So whilst I was on holiday, I started another rocket tea. And you'll be pleased to know that I am in the middle of a row, you know, because why not? I like to stop in the middle of a row. So I started it, and I'm really happy how it's knitting up. So this is Boheme, and it's from
Adventures in Yarncraft.
Adventures in Yarncraft. So that's the colourway. So I started it with good intentions. That was going to be my holiday knitting. But oh no, daughter had another idea for me. So we went shopping one day, and we went to the wool basket, which is like the old-fashioned wool shop in Falmouth in the main town bit. And she said, "Oh, Mum, I like that." It was in the window. And it was this jumper. It hasn't actually got a name. It's got a number. So it's Sirdar pattern, 10540. And it was knit in this red and white colour. And it's really, really nice. And the Sirdar have got, for their Sirdar stories, which is double knitting, loads of really like young designs. So they've got some really nice crocheted, long jackets, like festival wear they're calling it. They've got some really nice knitted t-shirts and things, all for the double knit. So Grace said, "Oh, I really like that." And I said, "Yeah, I really like the red. The red and white looks really nice." She went, "Oh, I don't want the red and white." She said, "I like these two colours. They look like a Solero lolly."
I think they look like rhubarb and custard, them rhubarb and custard sweets.
So they're the two colours that she chose. So that is the back. So it literally is like two rectangles with sleeves, and then you do like gather the front up. So that's the back. So I've done the back, and I am on the front. If I hadn't been out this morning, I'd have probably got this cast off. So I've done one side of the front.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll be onto the sleeves.
Yeah.
And then you make this I cord and you thread it through, and then you just do it to wherever you want to expose your midriff to.
So what yarn is
it? It's Sirdar. It's Sirdar Stories. That's the yarn. So Sirdar Stories. And I think the colours I'm using are Golden Hour, and the other one is called, it'll come to me in a minute. Yeah, I don't know where I put the other one.
Golden Hour and something else.
Golden Hour, and it's something to do with drinks, a mimosa. Or as Grace has coined them, the Solero jumper. Because it does look like the Solero lolly, doesn't it?
Well, I can only see the rhubarb and custard sweets that you used to get wrapped in paper.
It's more, I don't think it's more an orangey, to be fair, than pink.
Is it?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right. It's more, it's like a very pale orange and like a very pale mustardy yellow.
Right.
So, but
it looks really summery.
It is. It's actually, I'm not usually keen on knitting with cotton, but it's cotton and acrylic. It is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, and I'm knitting it because I'm a tight knitter. It should have been done on 4mm needles, and I'm doing it on 4.5s.
Right.
The right gauge, but it literally is just two squares, two rectangles joined together with the sleeves in, and then so I might hopefully get that finished soon. I need to get this off the needles because while it's on the needles, can't get on with what I want to get on with, which is that t-shirt.
That's exactly. So yeah, I was all happy. I mean, fruit salad. You knew exactly what I meant, Linda.
Yes, that's what was throwing me. It's not the rhubarb because it is fruit salad sweet.
Salads, yes. Yeah.
So I need to get this off the needles because it's hindering me doing what I want to do, because I got it in my head that while I was away I was going to do a bit of sewing and I was just going to concentrate on my rocket tee.
Yeah.
So the rocket tee has literally been put to one side. I needed to finish off those socks, which I did. Finish off the Jubilee shawl, and then I need to, you know, that's my next thing. I need to get that cast off. To get cast off and posted. And then I can get on with my other t-shirt. But yeah, I was amazed actually at the patterns that Sirdar have got. And they're all, if you look online as well, they've got a load to that. You can buy them and download them online.
And are they all like double knit as well? Yeah,
it's the stories, which is the name of the yarn, all double knit yarn. But the nice thing is as well, they haven't just gone for knitters, they've gone for knitting and crocheting. So there's loads of like, you know, like the really popular at the minute, like it's in all the top, you know, young people's shops. So it's all like crocheted squares and like tops and there's absolutely loads.
Yes.
So yeah. So I need that off the needles. And then I finished that book that I got when I was away. Really enjoyed it. So that's The Path to the Sea by Liz Fennick. And I bought that from the bookstore in Falmouth as well. It didn't take me long to read. It was a nice read. It was nice reading about Cornwall.
Yes. Well, when you put it up on social media, there were lots of people saying how much they enjoyed reading her book.
If you want it, I'll pass it on to you. You've got loads already. Julia, I mean, honestly, Julia posted on our Knit and Natters, didn't she, about a murder mystery knitting retreat.
Yes.
I mean, I went down a rabbit hole because there's loads of them. There's like a whole series.
There's 4 series.
There's loads of different ones, isn't there?
She's written 4 different series of murder mystery books.
There's loads of them. And like some of them have got quite a lot of books in.
Yes.
So I did go down a rabbit hole looking for those. I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to all buy one. We can all then just swap them around each other.
Well, I've ordered them from the library. I've ordered the first 2 from the library. Because I don't mind.
Why do I do this? Why do I forget about the library?
I know, well, you buy all the time. I don't know what it is. I've never liked buying books because I read them once and that's it. And I like supporting the libraries because if we don't, they're not there, they're gone. So I do like getting from the right. So as soon as she posted it on there, I thought, right, let's get on there. So the first, and I thought, well, I'm ordering the first 2 because I'm not going to read both of them in a month, but I've got them both on order. So
I need to. I think because I used to, when I lived at Messingham, I used the library an awful lot when Grace was little, because it was really local. Then when I moved here, I don't know why I never used the one at Welton, to be fair, because it's now moved, hasn't it, down to the. But I think because Grace was still little, we used to use the library in Lincoln. So I used to go there, where I hate going there now. 1, it's a pain to park. 2, it's next to the most expensive car park. And I don't particularly like parking there, if I'm honest. There's a lot of unsavoury people.
There's one in Netlham and it's got a coffee shop attached to it.
Oh, what's wrong with me? But I'm not being funny. The amount of times I'm up at Welton, I'm there most days.
You are, but the one at Welton's only open like a morning here and an afternoon there. It's always open when I'm at work, whereas Netlam's open Monday to Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so I order mine to go to Netlam because I know I can pick them up. What it doesn't matter. So the library in Welton must be open like a Monday or I don't know, but it's Monday to Thursday and it's always when I'm at work. So I
might have to look at Welton then, because then that would be fine for me though, as long as I knew when it was open. I just hate going into Lincoln Library. I know it's awful, but
they're just the wrong place, aren't they?
Yeah, it's in the wrong place for me to go into Lincoln and park.
Yeah. No, Angela, I've always used the library. Yeah, and I just think they are fantastic, and a lot of them now are part. You know, a lot of them are run by volunteers or rely on volunteers, and a lot of them are now part of, like, they've got a little coffee shop, or so they're multi-use, aren't they? So
we used to get the library van that came around here, but they don't. It is no more. But I do. Maybe I should need. I'm going to go and join the Welton one.
Well, you don't need it. It's just your Lincolnshire Library. If you're a Lincolnshire Library card, you can.
Well, I am from Lincoln, but heaven knows where my card is. I have no idea. So I might have to rejoin, and then of course, I forget that you got access to audiobooks as well.
Yeah, all sorts on there. Angela, do you use? It's called the W.I.P, I think, and that is the local libraries. You can get all sorts of things: books, magazines, knitting magazines, all sorts on there.
I'm going to have to join then. I might do that. Can you just join online, or do you have to go in and show your ID and all that baloney?
I think you must have to go in and show your ID. I don't know.
It might find you. I don't know. It might
if you're
find me.
Already, they'll just find you. They'll just order you a new library card, I would think.
I mean, who knows where my library card's gone? I do like libraries. I like going. It's like when I was in Falmouth, I went into the library. I do like going into libraries, but I just don't like Lincoln Library. I don't like Lincoln. I like Lincoln Library. I don't know where it is. That's all it is. Just don't like where it is.
It is the W.I.P. Yeah, I didn't know about the W.I.P until someone at work told me in the last couple of months. So it's now downloaded on. Okay. Although I can't read on my. I don't enjoy reading on my phone. I like a book, but I've got a library book that's due back next week, and hopefully the one that Yarn to Go series.
But I do like books as well, you see. So I do like buying them, and then I like putting them on my shelf after I've read them. I do like keeping books.
But do you ever reread them?
Some I have, not many. Things like this I wouldn't reread. No. Like I reread like the classics I would read. Read all my Harry Potters quite a few times.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I really like Katie Ford, and I have bought most of her books second hand. Yeah. It's me. I really get annoyed at paying a lot of money for something that I read once and then do nothing with, when I can go to the library and get it for free. So,
but I think the other reason why I'm not good at buying library books is because we know how I read a book, don't we?
Well,
I always have to.
Yeah, but I mean, books are like that.
Yeah, well, that's all right, but I can't read a book like that.
Yeah, but you've not damaged the spine of that one.
I have. I've done that with it.
But it's not damaged, is it?
No, but I wouldn't do it to somebody else's book.
No, you don't. I don't have to pay to reserve. I can do it all online. The only time you have to pay is if it's a book that they don't have in the library. You pay like 20 or 50p to reserve it, and then they'll buy it.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
I don't mind reading on my iPad or on my Kindle, so I'm quite happy to do it that way. But when I've got a book, I just can't. I am a heathen.
Well, then you don't need to go into the library. You can just download them.
I do. I turn the pages over. Don't like bookmarks. I'd like to turn the pages over. I am. But I always think it's my book. I'm going to do what I want with it. I write in them quite often.
But
some people would not be happy because they do. I don't know anybody reads a book like that.
Well, I don't read a book like that, but I just don't. I also don't deliberately wreck the spine.
Oh, I do it, and then it just gets your thumb in the right place when you're reading. Don't feel. I do. I always. My books all look like that, wrinkled, like me, just like my face. Books look wrinkled. But I like the smell of it.
The library's a very good resource. That's all I will say.
Yeah, and I like second-hand books as well. So Anyway, right, I won't feel guilty. I think that's why I've been listening. I mean, I do like listening to audiobooks because I can do something else at the same time. I do sometimes feel guilty reading a book because I'm not actually able to do anything else at the same time while you're reading a book. Well, at least if you've got your audiobook, you can be doing something. You can be walking, doing something, knitting, cleaning, ironing, doing whatever else. Anyway, no, Angela, I always turn pages over. Always have done, and I always will do. And if there's something I like or something I want to remember, I often write a little note to myself in a book.
I'd like a bookmark.
You see, I never use bookmark. I always think, oh, I'll buy that nice bookmark. No, because I open my book and I lose it. That's why I turn my page. But I tell you what I'll do like. I love buying secondhand books that have got things written in them. I love it.
Yeah.
I would buy a book sometimes just if it's got writing in it. Because I like to see what somebody else has written in it. I love it. I do going into bookshops, and if I see that there's handwritten notes in it, I really do like it. Anyway, that's me. Have you got your Melly?
Yes, I have. Yes.
How long have we been on? Oh, we're not too bad today. We are rambling a bit, but we weren't here last week, were we? You're getting double mashings here.
Melly, who is Rick Rack Room, who most of you know and love because her bags are amazing. Every bag we've shown, I think, today, all of our project bags have been Rick Rack Room bags. Very, very kindly sent us some, I was going to say prototypes, but they're not prototypes. They're just new designs.
New designs.
New designs for us to give away.
Did you hear that, ladies, gentlemen? New designs. She's got some new designs.
We're not going to give away today, but she's given them to us to give away. But we just thought we'd show you.
And some gifts. And we have got some gifts as well, haven't we, for us?
Yes.
Thank you, Melly.
I've not got mine yet, but yes.
I'll show you mine, but I'll let you go.
But I know that what I'm about to show you, she's put 2 in the shop and they sold immediately, she said. So I don't know. Let me just check.
You can put an alert of when she adds new things to the shop.
Yeah.
Which is pretty dangerous because I do that as well. So they did sell out straight away because I went and had a look. I can't even remember what price she put them at. Can you remember?
Oh, well.
Let me have a look. See who gets there first. It'll be Dominique, the usual.
Well, I'm there. I can see that. But let me show you, because there's 2, but one of them is the one I'm about to show you. So she's called them a front quilted zipped project sack. And look at that.
Oh, yeah. £18. She's got one on the website. She's got some on the website at the minute for £18.
So it is exactly what she says. It's a zip fronted. You get a little notions pouch to go with it. Oh, I could just keep getting the whiff of lavender because she always puts some lavender bags on there. So this is hedgehog fabric, and
that one is actually on the website as we speak.
Yeah, there's
one
2
of them on the website.
This is one of them. Your little, oh, for goodness sake!
So cute fabric.
Your little stitch marker is a hedgehog. It is, so it's quite
a hodgy egg. You see, we had this conversation. It'd be no good for me, as we know, I get tangled in zips. I love the design of it. It's just not, I dare even go near it, which is why it's at Dominique's, because I just know I will put my stuff in and I'll be in a mess. But I love the idea of that front pouch. I think it's a really nice idea.
I mean,
putting your stuff in.
That it's got that handle there, because you can. So, I mean, these are not 100 grams anymore.
Quite big, aren't they?
2, 3. I mean, that's 5. Yeah, they're not 100 grams, but there's loads of room in there still. Loads of room.
Loads of room.
So they are, as you would expect, the quality of Melly's work is fantastic. But
and the price of them, and that little bag as well for your notions to keep in, or
yes, it's a box bottom.
A box bottom.
So
not a gusset, a boxed bottom.
So it would sit. It would sit up.
Yes.
So
yeah, you could knit from the bag, couldn't you? You could sit it up and knit from the bag.
Yeah, quite easily. Quite easily you could. So
if you weren't called Marie Hammond, you could knit from the bag.
So we'll need to think. But the next time we do a giveaway, or we might do one, excuse me, specifically, but we've got one of these to give away if you're not lucky enough to get on there and purchase one of them. And then the other bits I'll let you show because you've got them at yours.
The other thing, she started looking at doing like little yarn tubs and little different yarn receptacles for holding. So this is the little yarn tub that she's made, and it's elasticated. So depending on the size of your yarn cake or whatever you've done, you can make. These aren't actually on the website yet, are they?
Don't think they are. No, they're not.
But, I mean, can I just show you this delightful ball of wool that my friend over there bought me from her holidays? Footsie. I tell you what, Dominique, it is really, right, it says it's 93% acrylic, 7% PBT. What's that?
I don't know.
It's really soft.
It is ever so soft.
So even that, if you wanted to knit through, knit out of the middle, would fit in there perfect. And because it's got the elastic on, I could just tuck it in a bit. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
That is going to go in that bag, and I love that fabric. It goes with the wool, Dominique. It's like you both coordinated, didn't it? But thank you, Melly. I'm keeping this one. This was a gift, so I'm keeping this one.
And she did offer one to me, but we all know I don't knit from the cake very often at all. So I said thank you very much, but I won't keep one. But there are 3. If I was going to keep one, it'd be that, because I absolutely love that fabric.
Yeah, really nice.
So she's given us 3. So and Melly said to either we could give them away on the podcast or at the retreat. So we're going to do some as giveaways on the podcast, and at least one will be a giveaway or a prize.
Yes.
At the retreat. So thank you so much, Melly. They are beautiful. But yeah, there's just no point me keeping one of them because I just know I'd never ever use it. But
and mine, I'm amazed at how perfectly it fits the colour.
Yeah. So watch this space. We'll think of something giveaway worthy, and they're there. But yes, thank you so much, Melly. They are amazing. And I mean, I'm guessing it's got to be some of you lot out there, but they're all gone now. So Melly's shop is empty of these bags. She's still got project bags.
I'm sure if somebody desperately wants them, just message her. She's really, really good. If you send her a message via Etsy and just say, you've seen the bags we've shown you, what fabrics have you got available?
Yes.
She usually obliges.
And if you've got something that if you specifically want something in pink or teal,
You mean like when I wanted this pink one and my friend bought me it for my birthday?
But Caroline also saw something that you'd got. Was it the line?
Was it the what?
It was the lining fabric of one of yours, I think. Or she'd seen. you'd got to retreat and ask Melly if she'd still got the fabric. So Melly is brilliant. You know, she made
this is probably my favourite bag. This is probably my favourite bag from Melly, the Frida one, because I love Frida, and it's massive, and it came with another internal bag in the Frida. So yeah, I mean, we're just.
I mean, look who it is. I mean, we might have guessed the usual suspects, but that's good. That's good. I'm pleased that
we know
that. £18.
That's what I was just about to say. We know the quality of them is excellent, and the prices. She does them for an amazing price. Do you know what I mean? Because you can look. You know, we have. You know, I buy bags from other people as well, and you know they're just as good and for different things. But sometimes you look at project bags and they're absolute extra. And I know people are making them, and you've got to put your time in. And I'm not saying that, but there is a big price margin between some bags that you can purchase online. And I love Melly's. We've really fallen well, haven't we? And she's lovely. She's such a nice lady.
Oh dear.
The fabric that she chooses, and it's always, you know,
that was the one that started it all off. And I have had this for
your fault.
7 or 8 years. I've had this for a long, well before What Is the Answer. So that was the one that started it all off, and I still use it.
And of course, the people who come to the retreats are now well averse that, you know,
not everyone knows.
Not everyone knows.
No.
But the choice of fabrics that she finds, she really finds some nice, unusual fabrics, doesn't she? You can say to her, can you see if you can find such and such if you want a specific one? And she does. She goes away and finds you all sorts.
You know, that this head chart, just everything about it. Claire, it must have been fate. Claire said, fortunately, she just finished a rose. We started talking about the bags and she's managed to grab herself one. So it was meant to be, Claire.
Can I just say, the July retreat, we still have a few rooms. We've got it's running. We've got plenty to run it with, but we do have still a few rooms if anybody wants to join us. It is the full amount to be paid now. So a double room, single occupancy with a shower is 610. Or is it 620?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. I'm trying to type.
Shower, is it 610 or 620? 610 with a shower. 620 if you want shower or bath. We've still got some rooms available on the ground floor and with a double occupancy as well, which reduces the price a little bit. So there are a couple of rooms left. So if anybody is feeling that they would like to join us in July, which as Dominique has said, is only a few weeks away, we do have a couple of spaces left.
I was just typing a message to Sue.
I'm blaming the gin, yes. I mean, it's a good job I'm not on Etsy after I've had my glass of Pimm's because I could be purchasing things, but I'm resisting. So yes, there's still a couple of rooms available if anybody does want to join us. And of course, we've got the afternoon tea, which is filling up now, isn't it? The one at the end of June.
Yes.
That is filling up now.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that if the weather's nice, we can get outside.
4 weeks as yesterday.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we can get outside for that. So that would be lovely.
Well, you'd like to think end of June, but who knows?
Who knows? So I think that's all I can think of to say. Have I missed anything?
Don't think so. I've just got a couple of bits.
Happy Jubilee, Anne. You've joined us for a quick minute. I know you're hosting.
I was going to say, I know we've really wrapped it on this time, but just I picked some up for Marie and then I picked that up for me.
Ooh, that's nice.
I've got to say, they're not particularly my colours, but I just wanted to try it because I'd seen Paula, Stitched by Mrs. D, talking about this James C. Brett Funny Feets, and she was saying how nice it was to knit with. It was some of the nice yarn. So I thought it's 50% superwash wool, 25% polyamide, 25% bamboo. And she just kept going on about how nice it was. And then I walked into this shop days after watching her podcast and thought, well, it was meant to be. So I'm gonna try that. So I think it is self-striping.
Right.
So we'll
it looks
see.
like it on the pattern, doesn't it?
It does. It certainly looks like it, but it's not anything. I've not knit with this funny feet before, so let's see. I just thought, I saw the one I picked up from Marie straight away and thought, well, they were all Marie's colours. And then I saw this and thought, oh, the bamboo I think is going to make it maybe a bit squishy. I don't know. So we'll see. So I was ever good shopping wise. I bought that, and then as you'd seen, I didn't know my birds, so I treated myself to the RSPB Pocket Guide to British Birds. So because I felt very ignorant not knowing some of the birds, the little grey wagtail that I'd taken a video of, I had to go online and put what I'd seen, where I'd seen it. And then I asked, and everyone said, no, it's definitely a grey wagtail. It was just so nice. So I've not had one, so I've treated myself. It's going to go with my rucksack for when I get out walking. I can identify birds.
Perfect. Well, I think that's me done. I think I'm all done. All I wanted now is a cream tea. I don't know why. Have I got a cream tea? No. That's all I fancy eating, the cream tea.
My rhubarb ice cream and strawberries did me. I now need to find myself. I've got 3 things off the needles now, so I need to find myself something to cast on. So I think I'm going to cast them on as my socks.
Yes.
And while I'm in a finishing mood, not that I'm going to finish it, but I might go back to my After the Rain just as a round and round and round you go.
You could always knit a lace cardigan.
No. Definitely not doing that. But I might
just pass it down to me, Anne. I could just eat a cream tea.
I might cast on the snow pine that I'd dyed the fizz whiz and whatnot for. But I have just knit a jumper, so do I need a second jumper? Who knows? I'm just going to, let's see. I've not got many things on the needles now.
I may have to go and bake some scones. That's where I'm going, I think, to bake myself some fruit scones.
Have you got cream and jam?
No, I've got jam. But butter and jam would do if I haven't got cream and jam.
Right.
Ooh, warm scones.
Yeah. I've got nothing else now. That's it.
I've got nothing else. I think we've rambled on for an hour and a half. Bless everybody for joining us. Yes, I might make some scones and then watch the church service from this morning.
Well, I'm going to sit and flick between the tennis and the cricket, and maybe go down a rabbit hole of
looking on Ravelry.
Yeah, finding. I don't know what I fancy. I don't know what I fancy to knit. So, I mean, I really ought to take my wool out of that. Otherwise, that might disappear as a giveaway and come to live with me.
What giveaway? No, I haven't got a giveaway at my house. That's what the conversation will be, won't it? No, I've not had a giveaway. Well, thank you for joining us on the Jubilee weekend.
Yes.
And yourself if you're going to any things this weekend. Although I keep convincing myself today's Saturday and it isn't. It's Friday.
Oh, it is definitely Friday with lots of. There's a street party, or not street party. There's garden party around the corner, and while I've been sat here, people keep walking past with empty like cake tins and things. They've obviously taken cakes around and they're all walking back again now. So there's lots of things on all over the place. But yeah.
Have a good weekend, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Hopefully we've cheered you up, Sue. If nothing else, by enabling you to buy things.
Exactly, you've purchased something. So
See
go and eat your food, please. See you next week, everybody.